Hey everyone, so we're in Medibang Paint and we are gonna go through all of the tools that you need in order to work with the digital collage project. So the first thing that you're gonna see is on the left hand side of Medibang Paint, there is the new canvas icon. So we're gonna click on that and then you're going to see another dialog box. And you are going to click New Canvas. In here, we have to set up our canvas space. So we are selecting a preset. In order to get to the presets, you have to click where it says Not Selected. Then you will be scrolling down to find letter size, and you're going to click that. From here on this screen, you're going to notice that there are options to switch to view the inches, and we're going to click that. So we have inch, and it is telling me that the width is 10.98 inches and the height is 8.5 inches. This is the size of the canvas that we are using in this project. If you wanted to make this project vertical instead of horizontal, all you would need to do is click switch height and width, and that changes it. However, you should keep yours horizontal for this project, preferably, so make sure to switch it back. Make sure your width is 10.98 and your height is 8.5. The other thing you want to look for is that the icon that says standard at the very bottom of the screen is highlighted in blue, and then you are going to click the word done that is in the upper right hand corner. This is going to bring you to our Medibang Paint workspace. Okay, so now that we're in our workspace, we're going to go through what some of the important tools are in this program, and these will be tools that are directly related to things you'll need to use in your digital collage. The first tool in the top menu bar is in the upper left-hand corner. It's the 3 lines. You're going to click that. When you take a look at the options here, this is where you can access saving your work and some other features that you might need later on, such as how to export your pictures or how to adjust if you're using a stylus or an Apple Pencil. But definitely clicking save is great because you want a new save, and this will save your work to the internal gallery on Medibang Paint. The next tool that we want to know is the brush tool, and that's directly to the right of the 3 lines. Your brush tool, when you click it, it will show you the brush dialog box and the brush settings. So that's where we will find the brush tool that we'll use for our project. The next tool that's going to be important for us, if you keep going over to the right, is the move tool. You'll also notice on top of the menu bar, when you click a tool, it tells you what that tool is. So this is telling you that the move tool allows you to move things in the currently selected layer, and that's something that you might need if you're going to start moving photographs around and repositioning them. So the next tool that we want to talk about is the transform tool. This tool is great because sometimes when we bring a picture into Medibang Paint, in the initial preview screen, it doesn't allow you to make your picture big enough and fill up your entire screen or scale it to the size that you want it to be at. So using the transform tool will allow you to drag your picture, make it really big, make it much smaller, and then if you put your finger in the gray area outside of the white space and slide your hand clockwise or counterclockwise, then you can rotate your picture as well. Okay, so this really comes in handy in this project also, because you're going to want to click this often to resize things and reposition things. The next tools that we're going to talk about is how do we even get a picture into the workspace. So just to backtrack, in order to add a picture or layer to your layer icon, first of all, in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see 3 little squares stacked on top of each other. When you click that, it shows you your layer box. So if for some reason your layer box is not there, please make sure that your layer icon is blue, and that means it's turned on. So the plus sign in the layer box is what you will click to add in your images. So in order to add in a picture, you are clicking select image to add. You're going to your photos and you are adding a photograph. This is my preview screen. It is going to let me make the picture big because my photo is a big photo. And now I'm going to click don't extract line art. Extracting line art does make the picture transparent. Okay. In order to reposition something on my layers, I can hold it and drag and move. Okay. There's also the bullet list with the 3 lines. So this is going to tell you that you can just simply layer and hold layers to swap where things go. Okay. The trash bin icon will obviously delete your layers. And then the double picture icon next to the trash can, this duplicates your photograph, so if you wanted to use it more than once, you could. Delete. And then the 3 dots gives you some other options in the layers folder here, where you can merge everything down, you can flip a picture, you can flip it horizontal or vertical, and you can add a filter to your picture, and these are just different things that you can play around with here. Above the plus sign, trash bin, duplication icons, there's another set of tools in the layer box that we might need to use. The opacity is a sliding scale. When you bring that down lower and lower, it makes your picture more and more see-through. So you'll be able to see the layers that are underneath it. This might become important to us when we're doing this project. Another tool that you might want to use is clicking where it says normal, and this allows you to put different blending modes on your projects when you have multiple pictures on top of each other. The last tool that you want to know is the eye icon. This will hide your layer. So if you want to see how something looks without deleting it or removing it, you simply click the eye and it hides it for you. Next tool that we're going to look at a little bit more in depth is going back to our brush tool, so highlighting the brush tool. For this project, the brush tool that we will be using is the Eraser Soft Brush tool. If you click where it says brush settings and highlight that so it's blue, it will take you into where you can edit this brush and the brush's settings. So under brush settings, this is where you can change the size by scaling the sliding scale down. For using the eraser brush tool in this project, I like to use a larger eraser to get a really soft edge, so I actually put the eraser all the way up. For opacity, if you have the opacity at 100%, it's gonna erase away pretty harshly. So in this project, we use the soft eraser tool to soften the edge around a photograph so they can blend into each other better. One of the things I recommend is taking size by pressure and opacity by pressure off. We do this because we want to be able to have a gradual use of the tool. Sometimes you push too heavy too quickly and too much gets erased. So it's more about being able to control the brush setting. We do want to keep soft edge on so that way the edges of the eraser look a little soft and blurry and not too harsh. So again, in the eraser brush, we're going to keep that size by pressure, opacity by pressure off, and you just need to do like a light drag around the edges to kind of soften them. I try to make contact with just the outer edge of the circle touching the edges of the project that I'm working on. So it just kind of blurs the edge a little bit. The last set of tools that we'll talk about are the tools on the bottom. These are some of your quick save tools, your quick tools. The arrow pointing to the left on the bottom of the screen. If you click that, it will help you step backwards and undo things that you just did. So it'll let you do this as up to a certain point. The other icon that is important here is in the center, you're going to see a little rectangle with an arrow pointing down, and this is your quick save. So frequently you want to be clicking that and it will tell you that it has saved your work. So that way you're constantly, having a nice save on your artwork and you're not going to lose what your progress was.